everybody. Today's workout, you're going to need yourself a suspension trainer and a single dumbbell. You don't want the dumbbell super heavy, something that you're comfortable holding out to the side, and we will only need one dumbbell. You don't need a pair. So let's loosen up just a little bit. Coming up to our straps, we're going to go arms fully extended. We're going to fold at the hips. So thinking downward dog here. Every time you exhale, your spine's going to get a little bit longer. And from here, we are going to bend our right knee and then rotate our shoulders to look over to the left. So we're getting in some spinal rotation here. And to the other side, bend your left knee, rotate to the right. Bring it back to center. Come all the way up. Get those handles tight to your body. We're going to go into our figure four. So get your right foot onto your left knee. Load up into your figure four. So today's workout, keep holding this figure four. We are going to be doing a full body workout, but today we are focusing on strength and control. Switch sides. Handles are still tight to your body. Now it's left foot on your right knee. Lower down. For our strength portion of this, we are going to be doing 4 rounds, focusing each of those 4 rounds onto a particular muscle group. So we are going to be going through, again, full body, but we're doing 4 rounds of every group that we're hitting. Bring it back up, turn around, face away from your anchor point. We're going to get our zombie arms on, so we're having our hands straight out in front. We're just going to walk until we can't. So stretching out the chest here. Again, you don't want to lean into this, you don't want to tear anything. You're standing up tall. And you're easing into this. Step back until you got your zombie arms on again. Hands straight out in front of you. We're going to go right foot forward, hands up to the ceiling. So I'm locking out my left leg. So my back leg, I'm not bending it like I'm in a lunge. I'm locking it out and I'm pushing my chest forward. From here, open up your right arm. Look over your front leg. Bring it back up to center. Push away. Now we're switching sides. Left foot forward. Same thing. I don't have a bend in my right knee. I'm locking my right leg out. I'm pushing my chest forward. And once I feel like I've sunk into this, I'm going to open up my left arm. Bring it back. Push the handles away. We're going to face our anchor point. We're going to go in for our golf swing. Arms fully extended. Power stance with our legs. We have our handles about a foot in front of us. We are going to rotate until our hands face the ceiling. Take a deep breath. And then control on to the other side. At your own pace here, just make sure you're moving slow. Swings back and forth. And we're going to get those handles tight to our body. We're going to go wide stance with our legs. We're going to load up into our Cossack. So load up onto your right foot. Let your left toes roll up to the ceiling. Sink into it. Make sure that you're not on your heels, not on the balls of your feet. So you have your heels planted firmly on the ground. Keep your butt low. Switch over to the other side. do one more on each side. Back over to the right. And back over to the left. Bring it all the way up. We're going to drop our handles. We're going to grab the straps at shoulder height with arms fully extended. From here, we're going to push our butt back. We're going to push our chest down. Again, ease into it. Slowly come back up. And let's start our workout. So again, for those of you just joining in, we will need a single dumbbell, something light, something that you're comfortable holding out to the side, and suspension trainer. I'll be using the TRX today. We're going to go through our basic warm-up for our body. And then again, today is our strength day. So we're going to be focusing on moving slow and focusing on control. We will get a little bit more cardio in at the end, but today's focus is not getting the heart rate up super high. Today's focus is building the muscles and staying in control of your body. So when I say that the timer is going, we're going to start with our basic warm-up, which means we are starting with our jumping jacks. We have 6 different moves that we're going to be working through for our warm-up. We are starting with jumping jacks. We're going in 10 seconds. Remember, we do not have any breaks in between our moves here. In 3, 2, 1, and jumping jacks. Begin. We're not pushing ourselves super hard right now. We are focusing on establishing a breathing pattern. And we are focusing on getting our blood pumping and our muscles awake. We are going to be coming up to our TRX here in just a minute, about 40 seconds. Keep these jumping jacks going. I'm going to use this time to remind you the basic rules. Every time we have the TRX in hand, we don't let the straps go loose. If the straps are going loose, you might as well let go of them and not use them at all. So we're always leaning back a little bit against them. You have 20 seconds left, then we're coming to the TRX for our squats. Again, this is our warm-up, nothing crazy here, just getting our bodies awake. 7 seconds, we're going to get those handles tight to our body. 3, 2, 1, into your squats, no rest. All the way down, arms extend. As you come back up, handles come back to your body. Weight should be mostly on your heels the entire time that you're doing this. And again, you do not let those straps go loose at the top. So you're not just holding on to them passively. You're leaning back to the point where if I let go, I'm going to fall back. Get low into those squats. Use your arms to lower yourself down. Use your arms to pull yourself back up. We're more than halfway in. We're going to go into our 2-part row next. We're going to be doing a low row to a high row. You have 15 seconds. We're going to get those handles back to our body. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Now your body's in a plank. We're going to do a row with our elbows tucked in. Arms fully extend, row with the elbows cocked out to the side. Every time I come up, shoulder blades squeeze together. Every time I go down, I'm making sure I'm not letting my butt drop back, and I'm not thrusting my hips forward to come up. We're still keeping the handles tight, so these do not go loose at all. Make sure arms fully extend in between each one. More than halfway in. I know that this is still our warm-up. If this is too easy for you, scoot your feet closer in. If you're struggling, scoot your feet further away. We're going to face away from our anchor point in 10 seconds. We're going to get our zombie arms back on like we were doing during our warm-up. Last 3, 2, 1, and alternating front lunge. Open up into a chest fly. Make sure you're switching legs. With this one, again, the straps stay tight. As soon as one foot's off the ground, you are controlling with your upper body, both forward and back. Alternate legs. So feel the stretch through your chest. Get deep into your lunge. Squeeze through your chest to stand back up. Halfway. Alright, so our rules. Straps don't go loose. Base this workout on however you're feeling today. Make sure that you're challenging yourself. Any move that we do, the closer your feet are to your anchor, the harder it is. The further away your feet are, the easier it is. I'm trusting you to not go easy on me today. 2, 1, and let those straps rest onto your shoulders. Walk your feet back, bodies in a plank. We got high knees. So you're thinking mountain climbers here. Bring those knees up through the center. This is still our warm-up. If you're feeling good, turn that into a little bit of like a jogging motion instead of the slow march. We are already halfway in. And you don't want your hands up here. Your arms are going to be wobbly. Let those straps cradle your shoulders as you bring your knees up through the center. 15 seconds. We have one more set of jumping jacks, and then we're all warmed up and ready to work out. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and we are doing our jumping jacks with our TRX this time. So get your hands through the foot cradles. Start off with a little bit of tension, so you're keeping the straps tight still. You're going to have some more tension on your upper back as you're doing your jumping jacks. So keep your arms pulled back, keep the straps tight. The timer is going. You're doing jumping jacks right now. This is the last part of our warm-up. After this, we're going to take a short break. We're going to start off with our ground moves. You still have about 20 seconds here, and then we're going to come down to the ground. A mat, if you need one, based on what type of flooring you have. Less than 10 seconds here. 5, 3, 2, 1, and you are all warmed up and ready to work out. We're going to start off on the ground with our heels in. You want to make sure that you've got your dumbbell accessible to you. The last thing you want is to get your heels in and be like, oh, my dumbbell's all the way over there. So make sure it's within grabbing distance of you. We are going heels in. Easiest way to do this, if you haven't done this with me before, we are holding on to our foot cradles. We are going to lay all the way down. If you try to do this while sitting up, it's going to be awkward and clunky, so you want to lay all the way down, and either one foot at a time or both at the same time. Bring your feet up through the center. Pull those straps high up onto your heels. So either one at a time or both at the same time. When I say go, we're going to get our butts off the ground, and we're going to start slow hamstring curls. We're going to do 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. I'm going to time us off for the first couple, so we don't need our weight yet. We're going to go in about 10 seconds, so get your heels in, get your butt up off the ground. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Slow curls, drag them in. 2, 3, give it a little pause, and extend. 2, 3, draw back in. 2, 3, and out. 2, 3. Make sure your butt's not touching the ground. Keep it going here. I want you to make sure that as you're doing this, you're not letting your knees buckle into to each other. So you're keeping your shins like they're on train tracks as you go in and out. Let's give it 5 more seconds here. 2, 1, and grab your dumbbell in your right hand. We're going to keep our heels in. We have 3 more hamstring moves. We're doing our unilateral. So start with your knees drawn in. Get your butt up off the ground. Dumbbell in your right hand. We're going right arm, left leg extending. Drag it all back in. So right leg stays locked at 90 degrees the whole time. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Both knees drawn in. Right arm, left leg, everything extends. Drag it back in. So constant tension on your right hamstring as your right arm and your left leg are moving. If this is too easy, get your butt up off the ground just a little bit higher. Adding just an inch to that height is going to add a lot of tension to your hamstring. We have 10 seconds here. We're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. 3, 2, 1, and switching sides. So now you're in your left hand, your right leg is moving. We're going in 10. In 5, 3, 2, 1, hips up. Right leg, left arm. Everything kicks out, everything pulls back. So you're keeping the constant tension on your left hamstring as your left arm and your right leg are moving. We have 1 more hamstring move before we go on to our planks. Try not to be too excited about it. Less than 15 seconds left here. We're going to get a 2-hand grip on our dumbbell. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and heels are still in. We're going to go into a bridge with a tricep press. So 2-hand grip on your dumbbell. We're going to drag our heels in. We're going to get our hips as high as we can to the ceiling. Tricep press. Drop our hips down without touching the ground, and then kick back out. There's a lot going on here. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Heels in. Hips up. Tricep press. Hips down. Kick out. And repeat. Heels in. Hips up. Triceps. Hips down. Feet out. Keep it going. Your hamstring should be feeling pretty awful during that hip press. I know that it's not easy. I also know that you're strong. So flex your butt as you're going up and pause there as you're doing your tricep press. Make sure that you're not bonking yourself in the head with your dumbbell. We have about 15 seconds left here. That's enough for a few more. And then we're going to flip over. 7 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and get your heels out. Toss your dumbbell off to the side somewhere you're not going to run into it. We're going toes in. I know the planks are rough, and again, we will be doing 4 of these. If you're struggling, take your feet out, do a plank on the ground. As long as you're doing something with your core, I'm happy. If you need to modify any of these moves, by all means, don't do anything that you're not comfortable doing. If you need help with the modifications, please send me a message after you watch this. I have about 1,000 other things I can throw at you if you're not doing these. We're going to start off with our toes in. We will not be using the dumbbell at all during this one, so dumbbell can be off to the side. Toes in, we're going to start the same way we do when we get our heels in. So I'm grabbing my foot cradles. I'm laying all the way down before I do anything. Now I'm going to kick my feet up through the center so that I have that rubber handle on the arch of my foot. And then I'm trying my best to keep my toes in as I kick one leg over the other and barrel roll. So we're going to go into mountain climbers here in just a few seconds. We got our toes in. I do not care if you're on your palms or your forearms for most of these moves. It's going to be what's comfortable to you. Just make sure that if you're on your forearms, you're not letting your hips stay low enough that your knees hit the ground. So when I'm on my palms in my regular plank, I can pull my knees in and not hit the ground. If I'm on my forearms and I'm still keeping my basic plank position, when I draw my knees in, they're going to smack the ground. So if you're on your forearms, you got to get your hips just a little bit higher. So if you struggle with weak wrists, or if it's uncomfortable for you to be up in that plank, your forearms are going to be fine. You just have to get your hips a little bit higher. So we're going to start off with mountain climbers. Should have your toes in. Let's go in 5, 3, 2, 1. Mountain climbers, begin. So your goal here is to not have any movement from the hips forward. So you're keeping everything stationary in your upper body. It's just your legs moving. And I know that you're focusing on breath right now. So nice and easy breathing as you're doing this. Don't get too excited. We have 3 more planks coming up. Less than 10 seconds left here. 3, 2, 1, and breathe. We're going to go into our ghost plank now, which means from this position you're going to get your left foot out, and it should just be your right foot in. It doesn't matter to me. I typically like to have my right foot through both the straps, but you can do this with a single if you want. So if you don't want to have to reposition yourself, just take your left foot out, find the end of that safety loop. As long as your foot's not touching the ground, we're good. But it should just be your right foot in. And your goal is to hold a static plank as long as the timer goes without letting your left foot touch the ground. I'm going to do it with my opposite foot just so you can see. So you should have your right foot in, left foot on the ground. We're going to go up into our plank, and we're going to try to not let our left foot touch the ground. So imagine that both of your feet are in the straps. We're going in 10 seconds. Right foot in. 5, 3, 2, 1, and into your plank. If this is too easy for you, drag your right leg in and then kick your right leg out. Anytime you need to, let your left foot touch the ground. Rest down on your knees if you really have to, but the goal is to keep your left foot off the ground as long as you can. You've got about 15 seconds left here. I know that you're still focusing on breathing. We're going to do the same move on the other leg. Last 3, 2, 1. I'm going to give you a second here to switch onto your other leg. Again, I like using both of the handles for this. If you wanted to use just one, that's fine. Left foot in. Into your plank. We're going in 15 seconds. Try not to let your right foot touch the ground. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and plank. If you can, draw your left knee in, kick it back out. If you need to, let your right foot rest on the ground. Remember, we are focusing on control today. So if you're doing any leg movement, you're not going fast. You're going nice and slow. Control the in, control the out. We're coming on to about 15 seconds left here. We have one more plank that we're going to do. 10 seconds. We're going to need to get both of our feet in again. Last 3, 2, 1, and 1 foot in each strap. We're going to go from a Y plank to a pike. This one I actually like doing on my forearms. My legs will be moving, but I'm not going to be drawing my knees in. So it's okay to go onto your forearms and keep your hips low. We're going to go feet apart, feet together. So that's our Y plank. So feet apart, feet together. And then we're going to get our butt as high as we can and control back down. So apart, together, butt up to the ceiling. Let's go in 10 seconds. Y plank to pike. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Feet apart, feet together. Fold at the hips. Get your butt as close to the ceiling as you can. Control back down into your plank. We do have one more block on the ground. We're going to go into our kneeling body extensions next. We're about halfway into this one. Keep it going, less than 15 seconds left to go. We're going to get our feet out after this. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and get your feet out. Got to adjust the camera a little bit here so you can see the next move. We're going to come onto our knees. You're going to let gravity tell you where the straps need to be. So wherever gravity is letting the straps hang, that's your starting point. You're going to be on your knees. Get those straps right up to your body. We're going to go into our body extension. So you're thinking about the ab roller wheel. I want you to focus on keeping a straight line from your knees through your hips to your shoulders. So you're not going to start off with a bend in your hips. You're going to rotate your hips in. So you're flexing your butt. You're flexing your abs. You're going to lean out as far as mobility allows. No tension going into your lumbar. The goal is to get into a straight Superman position and then bring the handles back to your body. So lean out, pull it back in. We're going in 5, in 3, 2, 1. Lean out as far as you can. Control it back in. No tension in your lumbar. You should feel the stretch through your abs and through your lats, and then flex your lats as you pull the handles back down to your hips. If your range of motion only allows you to go out to about 45 degrees with your arms instead of like fully extending them, that's fine. Just make sure that you're keeping your body safe while you do this. You have about 10 seconds. We have 3 more rounds here. Last 3, 2, 1, and now we're going to go into our L extensions. So same thing, we're going to lean out, we're going to open our arms up into an L. So as I go out, one arm to the front, one to the side, bring it back, switch, which arm is doing what? Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and extend that. One to the front, one to the side, bring it back, switch, which arm is going which way? Same body positioning with the hips. Make sure you're not taking any tension into your lower back. Make sure that you do not let the straps saw back and forth while you're doing this. Got about 15 seconds left. Keep it going. We have 2 more here. Last 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna stay in our extension now. So we're gonna go all the way up. We're gonna pull one arm in, extend back out, pull the other arm in, and extend back out. In 3, 2, 1, and begin. Your range of motion for your extension might not be as much since you're going to be holding that static extension the entire time. And every time your arms come in, you're almost thinking like you're doing a lat pull with each arm, still making sure that the straps don't saw back and forth. So stay in your extension, tuck one elbow into the ribs, extend back out, tuck the other elbow into the ribs, extend back out. Tension through the core the entire time. Lower back safe the entire time. You got about 10 seconds here. We have one more move on these extensions, then we're going to come up to standing. Last 3, 2, 1, and both arms working together again. We're going to add a tricep dip at the end. So extend out as far as you can. A little tricep dip. Pull it back. 3, 2, 1, and extend out. Tricep dip. Handles back to your hips. Slow and control here. I know that these strength exercises not always as satisfying as the high intensity cardio ones. Like I said, we will get a little bit more cardio in towards the end of the workout, but we're focusing mostly on muscle control today. 5 seconds, then we're going to come up to standing. 3, 2, 1, and come on up. Make sure you've got your dumbbell with you. We are going to start off, no dumbbell on this first set of 4. We're doing bicep curls. So our first round, we're doing basic bicep curls. We're going to start off with the handles by our ears. Remember, the closer your feet are to your anchor, the harder it is. The further back you are, the easier it is. I'm trusting you to make this hard on yourself. If you get to a point where you feel like you're compromising your form, so if I'm starting here and I feel like I'm throwing my hips, or if I'm letting the straps come loose to the top, just take a small step back. So start difficult and then scoot your feet back as you need. We're going to focus on moving slow. So we're going to go 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and down. 2, 3, arms fully extend, and up. 2, 3, keep it going. You're making sure that your elbows are staying high, so you're not pulling your elbows in, you're pulling your palms back. Adjust the camera again. Sorry for this back and forth. What a fantastic sweater, right? Isn't it the best? Got about 15 seconds left. Control down, 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 and up, up, up. Last 3, 2, 1, and now we're going to do a single arm bicep curl. So you're going to pull tight on your right handle, and you're going to get to the end of your safety loop. So if you're using the TRX, or most suspension trainers have this, pull tight on a single handle. Make sure you're at the end of your safety loop before you lean back. We're going to get our right hand up to our ear. When our arm is fully extended, we're going to squat. When our legs are fully extended, we're going to add in our bicep curl. Think of this as 2 separate moves. So arms and legs do not move at the same time. In 5, right hand up by your ear. 3, 2, 1, and arm fully extends. Squat, stand up, bicep curl. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. As I'm doing this, as I'm going down, I like to let my wrist rotate in. You can keep your your palm facing the ceiling the entire time, but as I go down, it's a little bit more comfortable if my palm rotates in. 15 seconds left here. So notice how I'm doing this. Hand rotates in as I extend. I get my squat in, and then rotates as I curl. 3, 2, 1. Switch hands. If you're switching the physical handle, remember to pull tight before you put any weight into it. Last thing you want is to lean back and get that little snap. It's scary every time. In 3, 2, 1. Left arm. Extend. Squat. Stand up. And curl. Again, 2 separate moves. The squat and the bicep curl are not happening at the same time. If your arm is moving, your legs are not. If your legs are moving, your arm is not. Make sure you come all the way up into plank position before you start your bicep curl. Just give it about 20 more seconds here. Focus on the control. We have one more bicep move. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to go into our bear hugs. So imagine I'm facing my anchor point here, handle in each hand. I'm going to go one hand staggered a little bit higher, both palms facing in. Elbows stay right where they're at as I flex my biceps like I'm about to give myself a bear hug. It's up to you. When I do this one, I like to alternate which hand is on top, but I'm making sure that I'm not letting the handles rub together too much, and that I'm keeping my elbows high. Let's go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and bear hugs. Control back down. Again, I like to switch which hand is on top. It's not going to make a huge difference, but that alternating helps my OCD just a little bit. So body stays in the plank. You got your butt flexed, you got your quads flexed, you're squeezing your biceps every time you come up. If you're anything like me, you're missing your hugs quite a bit on this quarantine. I'm going to be hugging the heck out of a lot of you when this quarantine is over. You have 10 seconds left here. We need our dumbbell for our next move. Last 3, 2, 1, and grab your dumbbell in your right hand. We're going to pull tight on our left handle, facing away from our anchor point. Like I was saying during our warm-up when we were doing the high knees, so much easier if you let the strap cradle your shoulder. If you're fine with your stability and if you want to have it up a little bit, it will make it harder for your left hand to stabilize. But for safety's sake, I typically tell people just to let it cradle your shoulder and go wide stance with your feet. So we're going to cradle our shoulder with our left, dumbbell in our right. Walk back until you feel your core working. So again, if I'm doing it here, super easy, I'm not really feeling anything. The further back I go, the more I'm struggling. We're going to be doing a shoulder fly to a Superman extension with our right hand in about 5 seconds. So open up to the side, extend to the front. Going in 3, 2, 1, and shoulder fly out to the side, Superman extension to the front. Alternating back and forth. Your goal, move slow. Give yourself a little second pause at the end of each position, and try not to let your shoulders or your hips rotate too much while you're here. So you're stabilizing in a single arm plank while doing a fly to Superman extension. 15 seconds. We're going to stay with the dumbbell in our same hand. Last 5, 2, 1, and same body position. Left strap cradled over the shoulder. Now we're going to lock our right elbow to our ribs. We're doing a tricep kickback. So the only part of my body that's moving is my right forearm. Flex your tricep, pause, control back down. We are going in 5, 3, 2, 1, and load up. Wide stance with your plank. Right elbow locked to your side, flex your tricep, control it back down. You're not letting it swing. You're controlling out, you're controlling in. Give yourself a good 2 count every time you extend. So it's going to be extend, 2, slow as you come back down. Extend, 2, slow as you come back down. Got about 15 seconds. We got to get through both of these moves on the other side. Come on to our last 5, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Same thing. If you're switching the physical handle, find the end of the safety loop before you load up. TRX, or whatever suspension trainer you're using, in your right hand, dumbbell in your left. Shoulder fly, Superman extension. Going in 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Left arm to the side, left arm to the front. Your goal is not, when you're doing the Superman extension, to bring it parallel to the ground, but to get into a straight line from your heels to your wrist. So don't just stop when it's parallel to the ground. Get that straight line before you open back up to the side. I know I've talked about it before, and I know that we're not using we are using light weights. We're not going super heavy, but make sure that your elbow is not locked out while you do this. So slight bend in the elbow while keeping the arm rigid. We have our tricep press coming up in 5, 3, 2, 1, and still suspension trainer loaded up on the right, dumbbell loaded up on the left. Elbow to your side, tricep kickback. In 5, 3, 2, 1, slow and control. Begin. Remember, scoot your feet further back if you're struggling, or even bringing your feet just closer together. So if you're narrowing up your base, your core is going to have to stabilize a lot more as you're doing your triceps. So those are the 2 things you can do. Either scoot back and forward to make it harder or easier, or go wider or narrower in your stance. We're going to face our anchor point next. About 10 seconds here. 5, 3, 2, 1, and dumbbell off to the side, so we're not going to kick it. We're going to plant our left leg to the ground. We're going to be doing a 3-part lunge. So start off with the handles tight to your body. We're going to go right leg moving. We're going to do a curtsy. We are going to do a back lunge, and then we are going to do a lateral or a Cossack. So it's going to be right leg moving, curtsy, high knee, back lunge, high knee, big step out to the side, and then bring it back. Let's go in 10 seconds. So right leg curtsy, right leg back lunge, right leg lateral or Cossack. 2, 1, and right leg curtsy. Bring it all the way up. Back lunge, shoulders stay over hips, bring it all the way up. Cossack lunge. Bring it all the way up and repeat. So it's just your right leg moving here. Make sure you're focusing on control. Make sure these aren't going loose every time you come up. So arms should be extending as you go down. Elbows should be pulling back in every time you come up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to focus on our same leg moving. So still keep your left foot planted. We're going to be doing a pistol squat to a front hinge. So handles tight to your body. Right foot forward. Use your arms to lower down. Touch the ground with your butt if you can. As you come back up, drive the handles into the ground as your right leg goes back. In 3, 2, 1. So right foot forward. Get low. And drive the handles into the ground. Hinge forward. Pull it back and repeat. Same leg moves. Control, control, control. We're going to get through both of these on the other leg. Coming up in about 15 seconds. 7 seconds left here. Last 3, 2, 1, and now we're switching legs. Handles are still tight to our body. In 10 seconds. Left leg curtsy. Left leg back lunge. Left leg lateral or Cossack. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Right foot's planted, left leg is moving. We're getting kind of close to the end of the workout here. We don't have a whole heck of a lot left. We're going to go through that pistol to front hinge on the same leg. And we're going to do one more move with the dumbbell. And then we're going to go into our power rounds. 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and handles tight to your body. Going in 15. Left foot forward. Drive the handles into the ground. Left leg back. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and begin. Left foot forward. Get as low as you can. Use the straps to your advantage here. This is much easier than a regular pistol squat. I know it kind of sucks right now being this far into the workout and having to do pistols, but use your upper body as much as you need to lower yourself down and to pull yourself back up. Coming on to our last 15 seconds here. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to load up the dumbbell into our left hand, which means we're going to pull tight on our right handle. We're going to do our power pull with a press. So we're going to keep the dumbbell loaded up to our shoulder. We're going to fully extend our right arm, squat. As I'm doing a row to pull myself back up, I'm going to push the dumbbell up to the ceiling. So extend and squat, pull and press. In 5, in 3, 2, 1, begin. Extend and squat, row, and press. You're pressing up to the ceiling. You're not trying to press up the length of the strap. As you get the handle back to your body, you're pushing that hand right up to the ceiling. We're going to keep the dumbbell in our same hand here. We're going to do ghost rows with a shoulder extension out to the side next. We got about 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to start with my dumbbell hand right next to my TRX hand. Both arms extend at the same time. I do not allow for any shoulder rotation. I'm going to open up my left arm, bring it back, and I'm going to row with both hands to come back up. Going in 10 seconds. So dumbbell in your left hand, TRX in the right. Body stays in the plank. 2, 1. Fully extend, no shoulder rotation. Left arm opens up. Squeeze it back. Pretend that you have a TRX in each hand. So you're still squeezing your shoulder blades together every time you come up. You're still flexing your lats, even on your dumbbell hand. So imagine that you're trying to pull with both hands every time you come back up. We're going to get each of these moves on the other side. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to go into our power moves at the end, just to make sure we got all of our energy out. Last 3, 2, 1. Now we're switching hands. TRX in the left, dumbbell in the right. Extended squat, pull and press. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Extended squat, stand up and press. I hope we're all having fun right now. Again, I know sometimes it's not as satisfying when we're not just dripping sweat, but these slow and controlled moves are just as important as cardio. That's why I try to throw in these strength days every once in a while. Almost there, you got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and in our same hand, we're gonna do that ghost row. We're gonna let our right hand open up out to the side, bring it back, and then we're gonna squeeze our shoulder blades together as we pull back. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Both arms extend. Dumbbell opens up, body still staying in a plank, squeeze it back, and row. Make sure you're flexing your lats every time you come up and you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Make sure that you don't have either of your shoulders shrugging up on you, so make sure the gravity is staying on them. Keep the shoulders down. We have a little breather after this. Do 10 more seconds here. Last 3, 2, 1, and breathe. Good job, guys. Let's get our dumbbell off to the side. We're going to do a few moves in our power rounds. For those of you who have not done the TRX class with me, who have not experienced the fun of these power rounds, instead of doing everything 4 times, we're going to do everything once, but we're going to do it for a solid minute. The goal is to last as long as you can. If you can last the entire minute, more power to you. If you need to rest down, like I said, the goal here is really just to burn you out at the end of our workout. We are going to be doing a little bit more cardio on this. We only have a few moves left, but we will be doing some plyometrics just to really spike that heart rate at the end here. If you're not satisfied with the strength days, go do some cardio after this. Cardio post-strength exercise is always the best for burning fat, but please trust me when I say that the strength training is just as important as the higher intensity, like the normal boot camps that I do, where I'm making you jump around, I'm making you work full body with things. Muscle control is equally as important. So we're going to go back, toes in. So we're going to start off in our plank just to get it out of the way. Typically in my class, especially for those of you who have been taking it for years now, I give you the option to do whatever plank move you hate the most. So you can do pikes, you can do mountain climbers, you can do V crunches, you can do the frog kicks, you can do single leg, you can do the alternating side planks. We've done about 1,000 of them. If you want me to tell you what to do, then right now we're going to go pike to push-up. So either whatever your least favorite plank move is, or pike to push-up, if you're not wanting to be creative and figure out your own workout right now. Goal, last as long as you can. If you can get that entire minute in, awesome. If not, rest down when you need it. But we are starting in just a few seconds here. So feet in. Whatever plank variation you're doing, or pike to push-up. Let's go in 10 seconds. Let's go in 5, 3, 2, 1, begin. So again, you can do mountain climbers, you can do your Y planks, you can do frog kicks, you can do regular pikes, you can do shoulder taps, you can do alligator walks. We've done a lot over the years that I've been working out with you guys. If you come up with a new creative one that I've never seen before, hit me up. I'd love to learn about it. Yeah. Most importantly, I know that you're all breathing right now. Please do not forget to breathe while you're doing this. We have about 15 seconds left. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and come on up to standing. We're going to jump into our squat. We're going to get those handles tight to the body. We're going to lean back just a little bit so that so that the straps are staying tight. We're going to go feet apart as we go down, feet together as we come up. We're going in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Feet apart to go down, feet together to come up. Low impact here. Still keep that lateral movement going just a bit. Step into your squat, bring it back, and then step to the other side. If you're doing the jump, the goal is to have as quick as possible of a step in the center. So it's not a pause at the top, it's a little quick step at the top. Already halfway in. Just a couple of moves left, and then we're done with our workout for the day. 15 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and face away from your anchor point. We're going to be doing our push-up with our jumping jack at the bottom. So same movement with the feet. We're going to go feet apart as we go down. As we press, feet together, feet apart, go down. If you can smooth this out, more power to you. If you need to pause with each one, that's fine. We're going in 5, 3, 2, 1. Apart at the bottom, together at the top. Especially if you're wearing a tank top or short sleeves, make sure that those straps are not rubbing your biceps. If my hands are too low every time I go down, I'm going to start giving myself rope burn with the straps. So you want the handles up just a little bit higher. You don't want them rubbing on your arms. About 20 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and face your anchor point. We're going to take a small step out to the side. We're going to do 3 pulses and then a lateral hop. So it's going to be down, 2, 3, feet stay together, hop to the side, 2, 3, then hop back. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Squat, 2, 3, big hop to the side, 2, 3, and then bring it back, 2, 3. Keep it going. More than halfway in. We have 1 move left, and we're done. This went by so fast today. 15 seconds. We're going to keep our legs going. We're going to go into our invisible chair. We're going to add in some bicep curls. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. And rules for the invisible chair. 90 degrees in the knees, the hips, the shoulders, and the elbows. So elbows stay high, arms fully extend, bicep curl to come back up. Notice I'm keeping my legs loaded the entire time I do that. Going in 10 seconds. This is the last part of the workout. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Load up and curl. I want to make sure that you're not pulling your elbows in. You're not letting your butt stick out. So elbows are high, shoulders stay over hips. Only 40 seconds left, and you're done. How'd the time go by so fast today? This here is our halfway point. Your legs should be feeling pretty awesome. I know that you guys don't hate me anymore. I know that you're missing me just as much as I'm missing you. I am happy to know that when I come back into the gym and I start actually working with you guys in groups again, that I'm not going to be starting from square one again. 3, 2, 1, and congratulations everybody, you have survived another workout. I hope you had fun. I hope that you're feeling a little bit of fatigue right now. Again, I know that we are moving kind of slower today with our strength day, but it's good for you. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for all your blood, sweat, and tears, and I hope you're all staying safe. Miss you guys. Bye.